Okay, so we have a circle P, and these chords are parallel, and 20 is the length of the diameter, and then chord that goes through A is 16, and the chord that goes through B is 12. So let's see what we can do here. We're trying to find the measure of arc AB. So if I draw PA and PB, I could look for angle APB, and that'll give me the measure of this arc in degrees. Okay, so I know that since the biggest chord is a diameter and it's 10, or it's 20, I know that the radius is 10. So I know like that's 10 and that's 10, because radius is half the chord. Now let's make a little right triangle here. Okay, we know that's 10. And then if I draw a perpendicular line, it's going to have to bisect that chord because it's going through the center. So if you go from the center of the circle perpendicular to a chord, it's also going to have to go through the midpoint of that chord. So that angle, or that length right there, is going to be 8 because it's half of 16. So we could do the Pythagorean theorem and figure out that this length right here is 6, which I guess doesn't really matter. But you could figure out what this angle is. So, like what this arc would be by doing like, alright, the sine of that angle, we'll call it x degrees, is equal to 8 over 10. So this angle is going to be the sine inverse of 8 over 10. Okay, so did that on my calculator. That comes out to be 53 degrees. 53.1 degrees, we'll just round to 53. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing. I'll try not to make this too confusing with my pictures, but we're going to also draw this line from P to B, and we're going to look for this angle. And by the same logic of the last one, if we know this whole chord is 12, just this part would be 6, alright, and this part would be 10. So if we were trying to figure out what this angle was, which would give us what this arc is, so we could subtract that from 53 to get arc AB, then we're in business. So we're going to do, if we call this angle Y here, we'll do the sine of Y is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. So if I do the sine inverse of 6 over 10, I should get 37 degrees. Let's double check that. Okay, so that angle comes out to be 37 degrees when I round it. So then to figure out what our angle is, what this arc is, here it's going to be the measure of this angle, which is the difference of these two angles, and that comes out to be around 16 degrees. So that would be the measure of arc AB in degrees, 16 degrees.